Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at one of the newest, hottest board games on Kickstarter right now and giving my honest thoughts on it. So today we're going to be checking out Tavern Tales. Dungeon Drop, Drop Too Deep, and Tavern Tales, I should say. There's two separate games here, I do believe. Prepare to drop deeper into an epic expansion to the premier drop-style tabletop game. I don't know what drop-style is, but $145,000 cannot be wrong, especially for a property I've never heard of. And apparently this is an expansion. Wow, those look really colorful. Those really pop. I'd like to see what actual size those are, but then again, I imagine maybe they're the same size as the base game, but who knows? Let's take a look at this. 16 bucks. Whew, that's nice. Very nice. So just right there, it's setting the mood. We see the monsters. We see the Zelda-style music. You know, it looks real, but I believe this is just all 3D rendered. Very impressed with this video so far, and it really shows what you can do if you have the right people to, because this is just popping off the screen for 16 bucks. There's a lot of people already who 16 bucks means absolutely nothing to them. They have so much disposable income that 16 bucks, just throw it away in some instances. And this game, they've already seen it. They're like, oh man, is this going to make me feel like I'm Zelda's dungeon fighting? There's cubes, it's dropping, I need to have it, give me this. I feel like they've already gotten a lot of those people just with the first 20 seconds of this video. So spectacular video so far. Cool, very cool. I'm sold at this point. They're trying to show me the whole game. I don't need to see the whole game. It's just the fact that I want to be able to see the whole game on a Kickstarter page. And quite honestly, if I was working right now, 16 bucks, that's not bad at all. I would actually probably pull the trigger on this because I just love that artwork. But let's check out what we got. Attention mobile users. Wait, this is not part of the story. Due to some known bugs and kicks. Okay, whatever. And there we go. Dropped Too Deep. 1 to 4 players, nice. Solo, 20 minutes, ages 8+. Very small box. I would be very interested to know what the actual size of that box is. Not that I'm against a very small box. I love small boxes. Tavern Tale, Legends of Dungeon Drop. So there's two things you could potentially get here. So Dungeon Dropped, Drop Too Deep, face new challenges as you and your brave companions dive deeper and deeper into the dungeon. Unspeakable, yet remarkably adorable. Denizens have emerged from the depths. Alright, whatever. Following your parents to drop into the dungeon, this is Tavern Tales now. You are called home to Traveler's Tavern, so I believe this is the expansion. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I want that. 2 dungeon mats, 1 dungeon wall set. That looks really cool. You gotta have that, right? Come on. So let's check out the price. Let's see what we got going over here. You know, I don't want to see this. I want to. Why is it let me look at the price over here? There we go. So 16 bucks, not bad at all. 555 backers. Okay, so this is for the expansion, and then this is for the new standalone game. 16 bucks, which I believe. And then, wait, so it's completely, oh, it's not playable with the old game at all. Okay, interesting. Then we got 29, get both the new Dungeon Drop expansion and our first companion game. Wow, okay, so I'm really interested in this. That is almost slightly confusing, and I'm wondering, that makes me worry a little bit about the game, you know? It kind of does, because it's like, it could have been its own separate entity, but they're like, no, we're going to attach it with this, because it's going to increase the chances of success on it, which I guess makes sense, but still, it's a slight red flag for me. It worries me a little bit when your game is not big enough to stand on its own 2 feet in its own Kickstarter. But hey, that might be wrong. I hope that's wrong, but let's keep going. Dropped Too Deep plus the superstructure. So that's where you get the cool thing. That's 44 bucks. Game bundle plus the superstructure. Wait, what's the difference between the $44 and the $49? Get the new Dungeon Drop expansion and the complete dungeon structure. The dungeon structure transforms into a legit. Okay, cool. Get the new Dungeon Drop expansion, our first companion game. Oh, you pay $5 more. So right now they're willing to give you pay $5 to get that game. That's what it is right there, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Huh. Man, that worries me a little bit. So it's $69. DD Deluxe. This tier is for folks who missed our first Kickstarter. Get the deluxe edition of Dungeon Drop, the new expansion, our first companion game, and the complete dungeon superstructure. That's the one that's going to be the most popular, I'm going to guess. 505 backers? No, okay. So apparently a lot of people already have this game. Man, I want to check this game out. Retailers don't care. All right, Dungeon Drop, Drop Too Deep. Cool stuff, new rules, new cubes, cool stuff. Buy it. All that looks good. Oh, that's awesome. Standalone companion game. Lightweight strategy. I slayed the dragon with my bare hands. I dug out 2 gold from the studded steps. Hang on a second, I took out the dragon. It really, man, that really sours me. Now I want to kind of look into the mechanisms of that new game. And Tavern Tales. Lungeons of... Yeah, this looks like a completely different game. That they're just trying to sneak in here, potentially because they didn't think it was going to be able to... Yeah, that's... I don't want to... Yeah, okay, whatever. Still might be a good game. Might still be a great game. But that's how I sees it. Wow, I like... All right, so what do we got? The pictures look really good. We design the reward tiers to bring you the most value with the greatest possible savings. Oh, we already looked at that. Add-ons, discounted rates. How to include add-ons in your order. Oh, limited promo packs. So this is extra stuff I'm going to guess you can get in Pledge Manor. You get all the promo packs, skeleton skulls, that's what people want, the gelatinous cubes, the shiny purple cubes, the stringy thing. This looks really good. This looks great. Let me see the videos. I know you're going to have a whole bunch of videos. Awesome. How to play. This is all... But this is all the new... That's the expansion, right? That's not the standalone game. Am I seeing that correctly? Drop Too Deep. That's the expansion. That's what everybody's here for. And then the Tavern Tales... Show me there's some videos on Tavern Tales, or I am going to worry, like a lot. Like, the more we scroll down, the more I'm like, drop too deep, drop too deep, drop too deep. There we go. How to play, cool. Drop too deep, drop too deep, drop too deep, drop too deep. Are there any that are about... the new game? No videos on the new game. What does that mean? Because they clearly have the due diligence and the foresight to get tons of reviews on the expansion and not a one person talking about that. That is such a red flag. Let me know in the comments below. Isn't that a huge red flag to you as well? And here's the thing. You really have to dig in the weeds to even notice that little detail. Now, I should probably keep scrolling down to make sure that... Oh, wait. Oh, Dungeon Drop. Nope. So not one... So, man, that is really, really surprising. Okay, well, there you go. So, what... Oh, unlock stretch goals. Yeah, you know you want all this stuff. This is what people are here for. What do you think about this? So, what do I think about this? It's good. I was really excited about this at first. I like the video a lot, and I'm super on board for the expansion. Like, I don't even have the original base game, but I would now like to have the original base game and the expansion because I want to drop cubes and do cool stuff in the dungeon. Now, this one, the Tavern Tales, though... This looks like a really generic-looking card game with the Dungeon Drop theme slapped onto it. I hope that's not the case, but let's be honest, it does. The fact that there's no reviews on it, the fact that there's not nearly as much information on it, and that they snuck it in here just like an added extra, like when you watch those infomercials and they're like, but if you order the next 15 minutes, we will throw in Tavern Tales, which is kind of like Dungeon Drop if you squint and you've never played Dungeon Drop before. That's the impression that I get. So, a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth on that, but overall, it's like the actual Dungeon Drop expansion itself looks so good, and if you didn't know about this game, 20 minutes, lightweight filler, ages 8+. I am just... That looks so stinking... Right here. I actually messed up my first take. I want to talk a little bit about this. Can we stop putting the Dice Tower seal of approval as something that we're supposed to, like, be impressed by? Most of the games that go on the Dice Tower get the seal of approval. Show me a seal of excellence. I don't care about your silver medal. And then down here, 2020 most anticipated game. I don't care what everybody thinks is going to be good. There were a lot of movies that everybody was like, this movie's going to be amazing, and then it sucked. Okay, cool. People are excited about. You know what? I shouldn't say that. Wait, is this short game number 1, family game number 2, overall top 10? But what is that for? See, there's my question. How I'm assuming it's for the expansion and not for the new game. Oh, there is one thing. A pawn's perception. Tavern Tales is a simple, familiar, and utterly charming. Nowhere in there did they say good. Like, look at Richard's quote, Rado. Dungeon Drop continues to impress. It just works so well. I absolutely love Dungeon Drop. Then on the other side, Tavern Tales is simple. Okay. It has nothing to do with how good it is. Now I have to get real close. Familiar. Once again, nothing to do with how good it is, and utterly charming. I'm going to tell you right now, I've had to give quotes like this, where someone has said, do you have a quote for this game? And I was like, I don't really like the game that much. And they're like, well, do you have anything that you did like? And I'll be like, well, it was easy to learn, and the artwork really pops, and it's got a classic feel. Like, those words right there, those are like red herrings to me. And simple, familiar, and utterly charming, those are the red herrings. So I am really skeptical about that other game over there, and I will be really interested to see the reception that particular game gets. Because just based off the Kickstarter, I'm getting a lot of red flags. But there you go. That's my my unexpectedly deep dive into Dungeon Drop 2 Deep, which I think looks awesome, and I imagine it's going to be more of the same and more excellences, which isn't a word, and Tavern Tales, which is a really interesting game that feels like it was just kind of snuck onto a Kickstarter page. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have you backed this Kickstarter? Which game are you more excited about? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.